Hi, folks. Bill Summers here with Anchor Medical Company. We are the MFPHD Fortress Wall Systems representatives here in the state of California and also Nevada, putting together this quick video to describe the way that the Fortress Wall System time and time again ends up providing the hospital with a high return on investment. Here are some of the key drivers for that ROI. One, because the wall system is flexible, you can remove panels in a matter of minutes and modify that clinical space to be able to plug and play future technologies. So whether it's year 2, 5, 10, it doesn't matter. You can remove those wall panels, make modifications to the rooms in minutes, after hours, without cutting into surgeon block time. Also, because the panels are removable, you can respond to unforeseen circumstances like leak events or electronics failures behind the wall, minimize the impact of those types of events on the hospital, and make sure that OR stays up and operational. Because it is prefabricated and built to specification off-site and installed on-site, it installs very quickly. We're looking at about a room per day. So we're saving about 1 to 2 weeks of construction time on a new build, 2 to 3 weeks of construction time on a renovation. It is constructed of stainless steel, 1.2 millimeters of stainless steel. So you will never penetrate that wall surface. It eliminates the need for prepping and patching your walls. No more needing to paint the walls every time the Joint Commission comes into town as well. Also, you will reduce the amount of change orders during the construction process, which is another huge benefit because the walls stay open for about 30 to 40 days longer during construction. And the walls are can be considered medical equipment. So you can depreciate them over 5 years versus 27 and a half years, which also provides some financial benefits as well. Now, looking at the big picture, so a typical OR is going to cost you about $2 to $2.5 million to build and equip. If you have imaging equipment in there, it's going to look at about $5 million upwards. However, what we see and what the status quo has been is that you're going to still build those walls the same way as you are the EVS closets, where you store the buckets and the mops, or a hallway corridor, or a conference room. What we're suggesting is that you protect that high revenue generating space of the hospital. Now, when you compare us to other types of wall surfaces, the biggest difference is that our wall system offers complete flexibility and an actual tangible ROI. So when you look at the cost delta between us and other types of wall systems on the market, and the fact that a typical OR costs about $2 to $2.5 million, that delta becomes much, much smaller in the overall scheme of things. We are also a fixed cost versus a variable cost. We do not have ongoing costs associated with our wall system. So let's take a look at a quick example. This is one customer in the first 18 months of occupancy, over 15 rooms. They were able to maintain almost an additional 35 days of uptime that would have otherwise been lost. They made a modification, swapped a robot in a room, and saved 2 weeks of 2 rooms being down. They saved on construction time. They had a vacuum leak. They had an air handler leak. They had to do a wire pull for OR integration. They removed panels to increase duct sizes for airflow. And all of these things added up, allowed them to maintain uptime of almost an additional 35 days. And on an average revenue generation of $100,000 per day, we're able to retain almost $3.5 million in revenue. Now, this is the UPenn project, where we just completed 47 operating rooms. They've been using these rooms for several months now. They determined that if they were able to save a half of a day per room over their 47 rooms over the life of their 100-year hospital, that the system pays for itself. They've reported back to us that they were able to save those 24 days even before they opened. So they hit that break even before they even occupied the space. On big projects like this, they had changes in administration, new physicians, changes in technology, and they were able to adapt and make those modifications during the construction process. So just to reiterate some of the benefits and the key ROI indicators, the walls are flexible, makes it super easy to make modifications in minutes, after hours. You can also respond to unforeseen circumstances super, super quick. We are able to do about a room per day. So we're going to save you time on that construction schedule, which is a huge benefit. We also will eliminate the need for change orders on the walls. The walls stay open for an additional 30 to 40 days. We're going to eliminate the need for wall maintenance over time. That adds up a lot. And also, because it can be considered medical equipment, you can depreciate it a little bit differently than stick-built construction. So appreciate you taking the time to review this video. We have plenty more examples that we can show you and references to put you in touch with if you'd like to learn more about how the Fortress Wall System can help your hospital retain revenue over time. Thank you.